This is an unboxing of one of my favorite games of all time called Survive. Survive is by Parker Brothers, 2 to 4 players, ages 8 to adult. This is one of the best games to come out of the 80s. You can see that 1960s inspired swirly 80s colored in majesty. This is one of the funnest games I've ever played, and it's been on my shelf, and I've been packing this around with me my whole life. I love this game. If you ever see this at a thrift store or can find one used, grab it, buy it. It will change your life. So, Survive. Inside this box here, we have some very simple rules and instructions on how to play the game. And we have this cool inner box art, which continues this whole swirly vintage kind of feel. It's a very, very fun game filled with sharks, whales, and sea serpents. When you open up the box, you'll see this awesome board with all these hexagon spaces. Now, it also comes with a whole bunch of bits, including little cutouts to represent sharks, whales, like that, and of course, sea serpents. So these are your monsters in the game, and then the goal of the game is to take these little people that are very easy to lose, as you just saw. These little people, you pick a color, and you have to get your people off of an island that we're going to build here and over to these side islands over there. All right, I shall explain. So here's what the board is going to look like when you start playing this game. You and your opponent pick your color of people, and you'll be placing them in turn all over this board. Now, the thing about this game is that this island is doomed. It is sinking into the ocean, and bad things are happening, and you have to get as many of your people off the island as soon as possible. Now, on the bottom of each of these guys, there's actually a little hidden number. Now, that hidden number is the point value of each one of your guys, but you're not allowed to know that. This is to help make the game more challenging. So it's not necessarily the number of survivors you get off the island, which of course, if you get more survivors off the island, you have a better chance of winning, but it kind of gives you a little bit more variety as to how the points are going to add up for the game. So there's 4 different colors of people. There's the purple people, the orange people, the yellow people, and the red people. Anyways, for a simple game turn, you start out like this. At the beginning of your round, you have to remove a tile from the island. All the beach tiles get removed first, then preceded by the forest tiles, and then the dreaded crackled rocky tiles. Now, when you start, the first thing you're going to do is flip a tile, and it doesn't matter if there's a person on this tile or not. We're going to flip it over to see what's beneath. Now, this shows a whale. That means you take a whale token and put him in that spot. Next, you get to move your people 3 spaces. Now, you can fit 3 people on a boat. So, as an example move, I could go 1, 2, and 3, like that. Or I could go 1, 2, 3, get all the people on there. Or I could do 1, 2, 3, and move the boat. Now, your move of 3 counts either per person by themselves, or you could have a boat full of people and go 1, 2, 3. Another sneaky strategy you can do is, let's say I'm the red guy. I go 1, 2, 3, and then later an opponent goes 1, 2, 3 into my boat, and then when I move it on my next turn after that, 1, 2, 3, they get that little free move there. So there's a lot of strategy when it comes to moving your little dudes. All right, so again, first game turn, we removed a tile, revealing a whale. And then I'm going to move my guys. 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's how you start your first turn. Then you finish your turn by rolling the monster dice. Roar. We have a symbol for a shark. Now, at this time, there are no sharks on the board, so it would proceed to the next player's turn. Now, let's explain these little monsters, shall we? The whales, and it says on the bottom of the board over here, it says that the whale can go no more than 3 sea spaces, and their object of attack are they sink manned boats. So if there's a man in a boat, these little whales can go over and destroy the boat, leaving the man as a swimmer. Okay? But whales don't eat people because whales are gentle. However, the shark can go no more than 2 sea spaces and eats swimmers. So if I had a shark on the board, this shark, if it was on this spot, could not eat those people. But if the shark goes 1, 2, it could eat that little man. Gulp. So that's that. Now, then we have the sea serpents. The sea serpents here, they can only go 1 sea space. So if you roll this, they go only 1 space at a time. However, they destroy swimmers and manned boats. So if this sea serpent was here, and I rolled a sea serpent, I can go gulp and eat all those people. Yum. Now, you can see at the beginning of the game, there's these little tiles here marked with sea serpents. And those sea serpents start there at the beginning of the game. So as you play this game, the intensity really starts to happen as each player removes more and more of the island. Now, sometimes you'll get these whirlpools. Now, whirlpools will suck up anything on their square and adjacent squares. So if you had revealed this card, it would suck up everything in these 2 squares inside of it, including monsters. So let's say the whale, the timid little whale, and this person were sharing the same spot, and this was revealed. They would be sucked up and removed from the game. So as you go deeper and deeper, the tiles get more dangerous. Now, sometimes the tiles will give you good things, like a dolphin will take one of your swimmers 3 spaces. So if you have a swimmer on the board and they're stuck here in the water, they can go 1, 2, and 3. All right. But then again, other players can still roll and eat your guys. Gulp. Now, how does the game end? Well, the game ends when either all the people get to the islands or when an explosion is revealed. Now, these rock tiles are probably the most dangerous. Boom. There you go. This explosion ends the game. And then you count the points of any people you have left on your island. This guy's worth 1 point. But if I had saved these 2 people, they're worth 3 points together. So you can see that how the point system works, and how the mechanics work, and how the game is played. Survive is a very fun family game that you can play tons and tons of different ways and still have a fun time. Because the island will always change every single game, depending on what gets revealed on the board at what times. The dice rolls are always unpredictable as to which monster can move towards your guys, or maybe somebody will roll and get that monster away from your guys. So, again, it's a really fun game. I really love it. And again, this is called Survive. Made back in 1982. So I hope you enjoyed that fun re-unboxing of this classic game. And again, if you see this game, it's worth it.